Depression is among the most common mental illness globally and affects more than 1.9 million people in Kenya, with the situation projected to become worse given the prevailing harsh economic prospects.
Zilikuwa zimeenda mpaka around 57 cases na mwaka wa 2021 tukawa tumeng'ang'ana sana kufanya kazi kuzuia, tukazuia zikaenda chini. This 2022 mwanzo wa mwaka huu zilikuwa cases za watu kufikiria kujiua na kujaribu kujiua ama ile kujiua zikawa zinaonyesha dalili za kupanda.
By suicide, we are trying to put it in the right word, so it's death by suicide and something that should stop me. Usistigmatize msee, kwa mnyamaza muulize kakupoa. Kama asiki kuongea, give them time but uko tu present kwa hiyo surrounding yake. That's one thing. Show up, sikiza mtu. Those are the two simple things but they hold your hand so much.
And as the world marks Suicide Prevention Month, mental health survivors have embarked on a journey to share their experiences in discouraging people from having suicidal thoughts. Zahra Njoki, a mental health survivor who today, with other youth, held a cycling event in Machakos County, saying she started having suicidal thoughts when she was 9 years, a battle she says has not been easy.
Suicidal thoughts was when I was 9 years old. I was really young to have such thoughts, but because of what I was going through, and I didn't know that I was mentally ill or unstable, because we live in a society where you're told, "Iyo ni mapepo," you know. You're 9 years old, you have tantrums, you are having psychotic episodes, and automatically you're told you are possessed.
Njoki, throughout her entire life, has been having psychotic episodes, sleepwalking most of her nights, and sometimes act crazy symptoms that she says people mistook her to be possessed.
I was living with a family member, a guardian for me, and they were always beating me up, abusing me, verbal abuse, physical abuse, and I didn't know that would really affect me and, you know, my will to actually want to live. And for the first time there, I said I want to die, I want to kill myself, and I would cry myself to sleep every single day. I would have hallucinations, basically experience hallucinations. I would sleepwalk every night as a kid.
She's now an adult, trying to erase her dark past with the help of her friends, who she says have been her support system, and seeking therapy has been her most outstanding journey, the healing process. Just like Njoki, many young people who are experiencing mental illness, which sometimes could lead to one having suicidal thoughts, were as well result of the past treatment they were subjected to in the past.
So no one basically came through and no one seemed to understand. I was such a rebellious kid, and in my teenage years I was always walking around with a packet of what's it called, rat poison. Yeah, so I would always try to overdose on Piriton or any type of medication I would find as a child, and no one, as a teenager basically, no one would notice. It would go unnoticed. No one seemed to care. No one seemed to want to understand that. Okay, and when I was back in 2020, after I was hospitalized, it took friends pushing me to go seek help. So basically, who came through? My friends.
Njoki advises those who experience suicidal thoughts not to be afraid but seek immediate help, as it is like any other condition. She's now a mental health champion, reaching out to those who feel low, using her social media platform to encourage her peers.
So just be kind to yourself, and if you feel that way, seek help. There's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in going to see a therapist, a psychiatrist. There's no shame in that. It's just like any other condition, honestly.
Itokea tu hivi kuongelesha mtu anaanza hata kulia. Na hiyo ni dalili moja kuonyesha kwamba level ya stress imekuwa juu sana. So wale wote ambao wamekuwa na hiyo level ya stress, tuko available. Tunawafungulia milango. Njooni tuweze kuongelesha, tuweze kuwafanyia counseling ama ile inaitwa psychotherapy, kuweza kumanage mafikira na kuweza kupea hiyo inaitwa uwezekano wa kukop ama kukubali na kuendelea na mbele.
Rhoda Kithure from Coalition for Action for Preventive Mental Health says that pressure of life, joblessness, stigma are some but a few contributors of suicidal causes in the country.
Thing we can do as a community, and the whole purpose we have decided to go down to the level of the county is, as a community we need to feel we are with others, we're in partnership with that, because many cases of people who are dying by suicide is people who feel they're isolated, they're alone, they don't have anyone to rely with, they don't have anyone to speak with, they don't have that family connection is no longer there, that community knowing I can go talk to someone when I have a problem. Another thing is decriminalizing suicide so that people can speak up, because the more everybody knows it's a criminal offense, when I go talk to someone about suicide ideation and even suicide attempt, I know I will end up in jail. So that law needs to be criminalized for people to speak up. Another part is the more conversation we have around mental health, the more we talk about and communicate it is okay not to be okay. It is okay to speak up when you're feeling you're not okay. That's where the conversation is to start at the community. Even as you are coming also the whole of month, even as you're going into the month of October is the mental health month. So that is why now today is marked as the one of it. And also right now we'll go every county, Kenyans are speaking about it, is because of the rising cases of suicide we have witnessed in the last couple of years.
In 2020, police have handled more than 313 suicidal cases compared to 499 and 575 in 2019 and 2020 respectively. In order to address the mental issue in Kenya, stakeholders are calling for a consideration of suicide as a major public health issue and not a taboo, so as to enhance awareness on the condition and increase access to treatment. For Ebro TV, I'm Ode Francis.